Ndị be anyị, bụ mụ na-ege ntị, anyị ekenekwa unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị nke taata. Daalụ niile unu si na-esoro anyị ya na-eme n'elu akwụkwọ, dịka anyị si gwa unu anụkwa unu nkwa na anyị ga-ewetara unu ọpdeti ọbụla bụ ife na-eme n'elu akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo and the struggle anọ n'ime ya. N'anya tata bụ ụbọchị 18th, ya bụ Monde, sit at home, nke bụ holiday for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Dịka o si wee dị na federal dịka o si wee dị na Supreme Court fefakpere. So olileanya anyị nwere na Monde ya akwụsị for adịnaghị dorire anya. Ma dịka o si dị, gee ntị ka n'ihe Biafran Prime Minister nwere ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe a na-eme and the new face. Ị ga-esi ebe ife drop a comment gị and the comment section below. Once again, if I've got Eastern News 24, guys, no tell the boys okay. All right, over to you, sir.
Else, that what we wanted to know is that, a Christian has become the president. Now we have Obasanjo, he's a Christian. I don't know how many of you listening to me this evening on Space actually remembered this, that it was a big thing in our different schools in those days. They say, who is the president of Nigeria in 1999? They say, Obasanjo is not the president. He's a Christian. Now, everybody was celebrating it. Now we have Christian president. As far back as then, we're able to fight between Christians and Muslims. Today, it is no longer about just talking in primary school or secondary school. It is now guns and bullets that is talking for them. Some of you have been caged using religion that you shouldn't defend yourself. That is what we are doing today. We will defend you to the last. The Biafra government has taken that responsibility. You can never be forced into Islamic State of Nigeria. And I am aware that the military are sick and tired of fighting against the Biafra Liberation Army. But those who don't know how to use gun are the one pushing them. Well, if they push you and you come to Biafra land, like many of you that are in Biafra land today, to kill Biafrans, believe me, my job is to make sure that you never leave Biafra land alive. The years of killing is over. I continue to say it. Biafra people can never suffer what Kaduna people have suffered in the hand of Nigeria army. Biafra people can never again suffer what Biafra have suffered in Nigeria army until 2021. The game have changed. Biafra can never suffer those things again. The killings, humiliation, atrocities, the genocide against our people before Simon Ekpa became the prime minister. It can never happen again. Because now it is gone for gone. Our gun is against you. So my reason for coming to this space this evening is to educate our people to understand the importance of the sit at home. You know, they tell you, you have been sitting at home for 2 years. Oh, did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out? It is not just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu coming out. Is your Biafra struggle about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu coming out? It is one of the reasons for what we are doing today. One of many, many reasons. The most important thing is that you continue to remain resolute to show that indeed the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not defeated you. And today you have proven that. So whenever they come to tell you, you have been sitting at home for 2 years and nothing, tell them there is something. The reason why Nigeria is crying today is not just about the gun we are shooting. It's not just about neutralizing the Nigeria terrorist army, which we are doing, the Biafra Liberation Army is doing. It is because We are strangling them economically, strangling them militarily, strangling them otherwise. That is why they are crying. We are holding them, fighting them from all fronts. The economic front, the military front, and every other front. We are dealing with them. The most important thing in this sit at home is the delegitimization of the people that represent Nigeria within Biafra land. The delegitimization of governors. There is no other way to delegitimize governors than this sit at home, because they have been fighting the sit at home since 2021. We have defeated them. We defeat them democratically. We defeat them militarily. We defeat them in any angle. So when you sit at home, you have delegitimized the governors. They are crying. They will not cry in the public, but I watch their crime or their cry in the mirror every day. They cry. For the past few days, they have been having meeting, how to approach Simon Ekpa, how to negotiate with Simon Ekpa. I am saying it openly this evening on this space. I am not open for negotiation. And no Biafra person serving under Biafra government is open for negotiation. If I hear that you are talking to anybody back home, you are out of the government. Our talk with them will start by pulling the military out of Biafra Street. Our talk with them will start when we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walking freely out of the DSS dungeon. That is the term and condition of negotiation. Nobody. If I hear kepu that anybody within the Biafra government in exile or de facto government is listening or discussing with anybody as a Nigerian representative, you are out. And once you are out, I will invoke the spirit of Biafra to deal with you. Because we're not just going to allow you to just go like that. So nobody serving under this government that I'm prime minister is allowed to discuss anything with anybody representing Nigeria. There is no room for negotiation. There is no room for discussion. There is no room to discuss anything. Our discussion is very, very clear. The negotiation, the term and condition for negotiation start by withdrawing the Nigerian military, start by seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walking freely from the DSS dungeon. Then we are open for negotiation. Apart from that, there is no negotiation. We will give you ×3 of what we have given you before. And this evening, I am calling on Biafrans. It is not necessary you go home this Christmas. Send money to your people. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Don't go home. The Nigeria state terrorists are doing everything to start eliminating our people this December. And it is the responsibility of this government to protect you. And the least we can do is to give you intelligence. If you like, listen to it. If you like, don't. I have given you examples of people that were killed last 2 years. Those who were not even Biafrans. I have given you the example of the person that was killed from Edo State. I'm giving you example of prominent people that Nigeria government using their uniform men killed while they come home for Christmas. The man that was murdered in the hotel room in Lagos is one of them. The prince from Edo State that was killed, kidnapped and killed, was kidnapped almost at the military checkpoint. While going back to Lagos, he was killed. The Biafran that came from Germany to his village was killed on his way back to the airport. These are verifiable facts. The information is there. They have forgotten him. He was killed by police and army in the checkpoint. They have forgotten him. If he did not go back to Biafra land during the Christmas, he will never be killed. And so The information I have come to give BIAFRA this evening is that the money you pull and let them live better life this Christmas. For those who are in the village, they know how to defend themselves, they know how to protect themselves, but you don't know how to protect yourself when you go back. Especially against Islamic State of Nigeria. Because this Christmas, when you see all of them mounting the checkpoint, those that we have not dismantled yet, the checkpoint is not to check those who are criminals. The checkpoint is to check those coming from abroad, to check Biafrans coming from abroad and those they are going to adopt, because whether you are a Biafra or not, they believe you are funding the liberation of Biafra from diaspora. So you are number one target. If it is not necessary for you to go home, don't go. We don't want to lose you. Not for anything. I want you to understand that our focus must not be distracted. Our target must not be distracted. Our target is to neutralize Nigeria terrorist army and terrorists in uniform until there are no more in Biafra soil. And you must not distract us by channeling our energy, looking how to protect you coming for Christmas. Don't come. Stay where you are. Your people don't need you. They need your money. Send money to them and live for your people. You don't need to go home. If that our brother who was in Germany, if he did not go, he will still be solving family problem today. He will still be sending 100 euros, 200 euros to his family, solving their problem today. But today, the family has lost their breadwinner. Nobody can send them money from Germany again. Because they want to go to village to eat nkwobi. Because some of you in village, you are telling your brothers, your sisters to come back home. To do what? At this critical time, at this dangerous time in our life, you are asking people to come home. To do what? If you are working at home. If you go after this warning that I'm giving you people today, after this intelligence that I'm giving you people today, and Nigeria army kill you, believe me, if we know that you come from abroad and they kill you, sometimes they will not even release your body. But if they release your body, your people will never, ever bury that body in peace. Because these are the people that is making the liberation of Biafra difficult. What are you going home to do? To pose danger to yourself? Bring anger and agony to your people when they kill you? You can go if you want after Christmas. But you see this season is not an ordinary season. It is not a season that you have ever seen before. It is a different Christmas. A Christmas where before the Christmas, you have been recognized as an Islamic nation, Islamic State. Do you know what that means? What it means is that everybody coming home to celebrate Christmas is an infidel, and you are a target. All this Janjaweed, all this Boko Haram that you see in the military roaming around in the southeast, they are not there this Christmas to protect you. What they are there to do is to commit jihad, because they know you are coming for Christmas. Christmas is not allowed in Islamic State. Nigeria is officially Islamic State. I do not want to know how you feel about what I'm saying, but this is the fact. So it is very important that I'm raising this issue today. And on the 23rd of this month, Anambra State specifically, only Anambra will be locked down. The reason for Anambra locking down is to make sure that Soludo does not bury the family member that died in peace. Because most of the Biafra people they are killing, the families have not even retrieved their body, not to talk of giving them a befitting burial. So we can never allow anybody to have state burial in Biafra land under Nigeria. That thing that they subject other Biafrans to, they will take part of it. Soludo and his family can never bury their siblings or their relative that died this Christmas in peace. We'll make sure that Anambra State is locked down on the 23rd of December, because we have information that Soludo is having burial on the 23rd of December. So 23rd, Anambra will be locked down to make sure that nobody will go to Soludo's burial. Soludo's uncle. I don't know whether it's uncle or whatever, but the family is having burial on the 23rd of December. And if they postponed it, we will postpone the sit at home for Anambra until they are going to bury him in secret. And nobody will grace the occasion. This is what they have done to other Biafrans. I want you to understand that when Obiozo, the former president of Ohanese Ndibo, when he died, he was buried in secret. Did you see where Obiozo was buried? He was buried in secret. That is the life they have chosen. And we are going to give it to them. I want to ask you, how many of you know when Obiozo was buried? He was shouting every day on social media, shouting, Fulani, pressing him like remote control. All of them, we don't want Biafra. We want Igbo. We want Igbo nation. He died. And upon all the name he created for himself, ambassador of Nigeria, this former ambassador, all those names were completely rubbish because nobody knew when he was buried. Because of the lifestyle he lived, Hope Uzodinma manipulated him, used him against Biafra people. He died. He was buried in secret. Is that the kind of life anybody want to live? What you give to other Biafrans, we will give it to you. So we are going to use that as an example. You see Okwadike that died. Any day they fix burial for Okwadike, we will lock Anambra down, except they bury him in Abuja. And at the end of the day, Okwadike will be buried in secret. Go and mark today's date. We will see this even at your death. We will make sure that you take part, your own portion of evil in the grave. You will take it to the grave. How can you live such life? You live all your life, you become a former governor, this, that, and then after that, when you die, you contributed in killing Biafra people, you've supported the genocide against your own people, and you think you are going to enjoy your burial? Never. We are going to use every mechanism to make sure that those killing and committing genocide in our land pay for it. Look at what is happening in Kaduna. They bomb the villagers and they come and start apologizing. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is not the third time. This is the fourth time within 2 years. They bomb innocent women and children. And this same bombing is happening in Biafra land every day. In Imo State, to be specific. Imo State, they have been bombing us until.
And by Daludin and Kunisine Sola idea, Edikunis Venu, feeling Bastamaka, ye Biafran Prime Minister Kunirakopo, and Kediki Biasa no Sikora 1 there. Kefi wedi ki kuno dinkegi, Uchenkegi, Nangotankegi, Basta ka Kuyaka before Okugasi, this Ogasi Borutaraka, Okugasi, Oku, Chitekweni morning tea kind of Bokuya. No denka if I am up morning tea no bosiketa, and also that 18th of December 2023. If you really keep Niva Okubastamaka before drop oraya on the comment section video. Thank you and stay tuned at Eastern News.